Given that we exist in a kind of modern day working and dream acquiring culture, many of us still fail to cultivate our own dreams and aspirations, or more so, create them. But how does one find their own dream? Are dreams something that are kind of like intuitively given to us, or is it something we learn over time? Like, is it because we encountered this something that it's our dream, or did it encounter us for a specific reason? Do we drop everything for our dreams, or are dreams something that are too tangible for us to truly dive into? Like, is it something that we don't truly believe in, or we just want to happen? What should I be doing? Now, this is a question that is definitely plaguing the minds of my many colleagues and even myself. In a place like college, or even after passing 18 years of age, I've been able to truly like notice the things that I lack, the things that I want to change, the things that I need to do in order to view myself as better, to be better to myself. But with knowing what you lack, how are you supposed to just improve? Like, aren't there some things that are too tangible and too vague for you to truly pinpoint or to truly grow from? Like, how does knowledge of the vacancy of a dream help you create one? Are dreams fueled by what we lack or what we desire? In life, we all have things like that we carry with us, like our baggage, stuff that we'll bring into every situation that may hold us back. And these type of baggages in self negativity is going to impact our everyday actions. So if these kind of desires are constructed by absence, how truly genuine can they be? If we're only victims of our environment, why is there such a stress to have everything all figured out? Something that I think gets to most people is the relative perspective of the distance of our own dreams. Often we place them within some uncertain future, or we kind of put our dreams and our aspirations on the back burner because we feel as if it's easier to half try and not get a good result than to fully try and fail. It makes many of us skeptics of the many steps that need to be taken in order to achieve some sort of success. How patient is too impatient when it comes to thoughts of impatience? Like, what is the extent you'll keep trying to achieve your dream before you realize it's not for you? Like, is that something that's shown, or is that something you have to intuit, or something you have to accept? But truly, where is the line? Like, is there a point where you can overcome whatever you're going through and achieve whatever you feel like you need to achieve? Or is it something within like how things work and you just simply can't achieve this something? It's like the law of attraction, where like distance of these things in our mind also impacts the distance in reality. Like, if I truly think I can't achieve something, most of the time I won't be able to achieve it. He who thinks he can and he who thinks they can't are both right. But it makes one think, like, are there things outside of the spectrum of our own desire? Like, what is everybody's ceiling? Is there a ceiling? Is there things you can achieve? I mean, there's obviously, like, if you have a literal setback, like, there are things within the human experience that can set you back from your dream. But I'm talking about if it's just like you can't get it because it's just not happening. Not because like you're blind and you're trying to see, but like you're just trying to get to the door and you can't find your way to it. And in some ways, the concept of like fate and stuff, that it takes away our freedom, because it explains that our actions like don't really have an impact, or everything's predetermined, so we're not really acting according to our own free will. I think what we all should be doing at this time is kind of letting ourselves go, existing on a plane of like consciousness where you no longer need to have that heavy expectation for yourself. Not like you don't have dreams for yourself or you don't want yourself to do good per se, but necessarily giving yourself the freedom and the kind of the liberty to exist free. Like, you don't have to constantly be stressing about things you want in order to get them. It's kind of something like how we put our dreams on the back burner. We should put our expectations for ourselves on the back burner. Like, definitely have a good structure for what you want yourself to be in accordance with. But there's certain things that we just shouldn't worry about, like things outside of our control. We don't know how things are going to unfold in the future. Like, we don't know if our dreams will ever come. But that's just something we have to find out when it comes. Because it's like I said, he who suffers before it's necessary suffers more than necessary. That's a Seneca quote. And it's still facts. Like, the more we're trapped in the future, the less we're experiencing the present. And the less we're experiencing the present, the more stressed we're going to be about the past because we are already uncertain then. It's like you have to make sure your roots are healthy in order for your tree to grow healthy leaves and branches. So it's like the more attention we're giving to this like negativity of what we lack, the more we will come to lack. The more we focus on what we have and what we contain and what we can give, the more we'll be able to give out. So what I'm saying is, with the question, what should I be doing? We should just be living. We should be kind of existing on a plane of observation rather than a plane of analysis. We need to kind of take the world as a huge learning moment rather than us being the teacher and not knowing what to teach. It's like we're learning. We come down to learn and we go back up, and it's kind of like we're using what we've learned, but we have to go back down. Every man has a season, and we kind of have to allow it to flow. We can't always be at the top of the peak because that's only one cleft of the mountain. We reached the top, but that was just the top relative to that moment, not the top relative to your whole life. So you have to let some of these things be a little bit tangible in order for them to truly be achieved. And I feel like once you set a concrete goal like that or a concrete dream or ambition, like super set in stone, unless you really like that, and then once you get it and it's not fully what you want, you're gonna feel stuck and like your life hasn't reaped what it's been sown. And I think many people fail to realize that your dreams and aspirations can change as you grow. Like, you can go from one type of something to another just because it suits your interests at the time better. I think dreams and aspirations aren't necessarily something that's super concrete. I feel like it should be a little bit tangible, but that tangibility is what makes it like able to be strived for. It's like collecting pieces in part to make you your dream.